Hi everyone! A huge fight broke out between Mbappe and Al Khelaifi, and the transfer market is getting hotter and hotter. Hit the like button while we proceed to begin. Let's get the show on the pitch. Marcelo Gallardo will be stepping down as head coach of Al Ittihad. He will either leave the team now or at the end of the season. MLS expansion side San Diego FC is in advanced talks with Sergio Ramos. The Spaniard's contract with Sevilla expires in the summer, and then he can leave the club as a free agent. San Diego will join and start competing in an American soccer league in 2025. Jesse Marsch can be named coach of the Canadians men's national team. No details of the deal have been disclosed. Bayern Munich defender Josip Stanisic, who is currently on loan at Bayer, wants to stay with the Black and Reds. Bayern Munich goalkeeper Manuel Neuer has been included in the German national team's Euro 2024 squad list. Prince Kimpembe showed his leg after Achilles tendon surgery. One can be a coach, but must have the desire to be a coach. Given the difficulties a coach faces at this particular time in football, there are a lot of players who don't want to do it. There is too much pressure and responsibility. Nacho, Carvajal, Ceballos have top tactical minds. Kroos and Modric too, of course. They could all coach if they had the desire, Carlo Ancelotti thinks. Arsenal are probably gonna finish second. If you're relying on Tottenham to win or draw a football match, yeah. Now, if they win that, I will have a Tottenham tattoo, Paul Merson claimed. Bayern Munich midfielder Alexander Pavlovich has been included in Germany's Euro 2024 squad list. Brighton have announced Adam Lallana's departure at the end of the season. The player's contract is valid until June 30th and it will not be extended. The footballer will make a decision on his future career later on. When I arrived, it was quite a mess. There were many players. Mauricio gave order and an identity to the team. The work ethic is different. It changed everything and it's positive. The group is more serious and hardworking, Enzo Fernandez shared. Tchouaméni doesn't have much chance, but he is not ruled out for the final, Carlo Ancelotti told journalists. If you go by social media, there is probably 99% of Spurs supporters who don't want to win against Man City, noted Ange Postecoglou ahead of the clash against Man City. Barcelona linked with Dovbyk? They have touched many of our players because they are very good. I would like the team to continue intact for next year. Although I know that is impossible because there are always changes, no matter how small, Mitchell said. Borussia Dortmund have announced the signing of Ecuadorian midfielder Justin Lerma. The 16-year-old wonderkid will join the Hornets in 2 years as soon as he turns 18. Before that, he will continue representing his current club Independiente del Valle. The deal will come into effect in the summer of 2026 and will last until the 2026-27 season. Real Madrid are planning to renew their agreement with right-back Daniel Carvajal. His current deal with Real Madrid is valid until the summer of 2025, but some of Los Blancos officials are considering extending the player's contract for more than a year, which is not usually the case when it comes to veterans. Newcastle United left-back Alex Murphy has extended his stay at the club. The details of the agreement are not specified. The footballer penned a long-term contract with the Toon. Tottenham have lost Richarlison for the rest of the season due to injury. Richarlison will miss the next 2 games due to a calf muscle injury he suffered, Postecoglou stated. Nico Schlotterbeck and Jonathan Tah have been called up to the German national team for Euro 2024. The DFB team will be announcing new names daily until May 16th. Olivier Giroud has confirmed he is departing AC Milan this summer to move to MLS outfit Los Angeles FC. Slovenian referee Slavko Vincic will officiate the Champions League final between Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund. It's pretty obvious, if we don't win the match against Tottenham, we are not gonna win the Premier League, Pep Guardiola said. Thomas Tuchel on the lack of a favorable ceremony with Bayern supporters. That was definitely what I wanted. I'm not a big fan of these things, and we agree that the season wasn't over yet, the coach stated. Tottenham Hotspur defensive midfielder Yves Bissouma is out for the rest of the season due to a knee injury. Dinamo Bucharest have secured the services of former Barcelona player Edgar Lee, but the latter has probably sent his twin brother to play in Romania. I think it has been a difficult time over the last 5 or 10 years, but it was always gonna be when Sir Alex Ferguson left the club. But I would like it to change pretty quickly because I think it's gone on for too long now, David Beckham said. Keylor Navas is gonna leave PSG? I hadn't seen any news about him leaving the club. All my decisions were made based on what I considered best for the team, Luis Enrique assured. Bournemouth head coach Andoni Iraola has inked a new contract with the club. Under the new agreement, he will work with the Cherries at least until the end of the 2025-26 season. Adana Demirspor have confirmed the termination of their contract with 37-year-old Nani by mutual consent. The Portuguese netted 4 goals and 3 assists in 34 appearances for the Blue Lightnings. Juventus have registered 9 draws in Serie A in 2024. Only Heidenheim, 10, have drawn more matches in the Big 5 European leagues. Every word Cristiano Ronaldo told me about the malaise at United's been proven right, journalist Piers Morgan says. That's my big goal, my dream, to play a home European championship. I've tried everything in my power over the last few months to show my best side, Leon Goretzka claimed. Andre Luning has agreed to renew his contract with Real Madrid until 2029, Relevo reports. Under the new deal, the footballer's salary will be significantly increased. I would put the Derby in the 3rd tier. There is a lot of talk about him as one of the top coaches because Guardiola sponsors him. But this year, he's 10th or 11th in the standings. What have you won in your career? Let's look at his resume. He has only won 1 cup in Ukraine, Fabio Capello told Sky Sport. Daniele De Rossi is not counting on Chris Smalling for AS Roma's next season, Nicola Schiro reports. Guys, now is the time to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so yet. Here are the results of yesterday's fixtures in the Big 5 European leagues. Here's a quick recap of yesterday's matches. Barcelona outplayed Real Sociedad thanks to goals from Lamine Yamal and Rafinha, climbing back to 2nd place in the standings. In the other main match of the day, Aston Villa snatched the draw against Liverpool after being down 1-3. What a terrific roller coaster ride it was! Alright, we are moving on to the main news of the release. Real Madrid are monitoring Liverpool defender Trent Alexander-Arnold, according to insider Fabrizio Romano. Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of Real Madrid's targets. They really like the player. Real Madrid will try to sign him next summer if the player does not renew his contract with Liverpool, Romano claimed. Former Bayern Munich head coach Hans-Dieter Flick is not likely to return to his position. Earlier on, Bayern Munich were reported to be in talks with Flick and considered him the main candidate. However, the parties are unlikely to agree on contract terms. It's also stated that Die Roten are still considering the candidacy of Brighton and Hove Albion head coach Roberto De Zerbi. Prior to that, rumors were circulating about some of the team's performers wanting to keep Thomas Tuchel, and this option is not excluded. If Flick ends up not taking over at Bayern, he will become the 5th coach the club has failed to hire. According to media reports, Ralf Rangnick, Xabi Alonso, and Julian Nagelsmann have previously turned down the opportunity to lead the team, whereas Crystal Palace wanted to receive 100 million euros for Oliver Glasner. PSG midfielder Xavi Simons is determined to do everything possible in order to return to Barcelona. He spent this season on loan at RB Leipzig with 9 goals and 13 assists in 42 appearances. The Red and Blues head coach Luis Enrique did not give a clear answer whether he was counting on the youngster for next season or not. This gave Simons another reason to quit PSG. If the French side doesn't include Xavi in its plans for the season, his first priority will be the return to Barcelona, where he used to play from 2010 to 2019. RB Leipzig striker Benjamin Šeško is still in the sphere of interest of PSG and Chelsea. He was previously mentioned as a possible target of these clubs, but was not identified to be a priority option. The release clause in his contract, which runs until 2028, is worth 65 million euros. Unexpectedly enough, there was also a piece of info suggesting that Zlatan Ibrahimovic had agreed on Šeško's candidacy at AC Milan for the summer. Then the price was 50 million euros. PSG striker Kylian Mbappe and the Paris club's president Nasser Al Khelaifi had a clash in the dressing room prior to the Ligue 1 matchday 33 tie against Toulouse, 1-3. The Red and Blues president tried to talk to the 25-year-old Frenchman who had previously released a video in which he announced his intention to leave the club in the upcoming summer. Al Khelaifi wanted the player to explain why he did not thank him in the video, but thanked his coaches, teammates, fans, and sporting directors. Mbappe and Al Khelaifi have hardly seen each other since the striker told the president in February 2024 that he would not renew his contract with the club. Before Sunday's game on May 12th, the player and the club's manager were given a room at the Parc des Princes stadium where they could discuss the matter one-on-one. However, the tone of the conversation between Mbappe and Al Khelaifi rose very quickly. The explanation quickly turned into a clash. The walls shook. Le Parisien quotes one of the meeting's witnesses as saying, "Folks, that's it for today. Subscribe if you found this video useful and interesting. Check out the suggested videos from our other projects.